It was Halloween night. Anton was at home, listening to music on the TV while casually spreading butter on a slice of bread. He didn't notice that there was fresh blood on the knife he was using. Oblivious, he smeared it onto the bread and took a big bite. Only after taking the bite did he finally notice the blood on the knife. Panic setting in, he looked around to figure out what was happening. To his horror, he saw his pet cat playing with a human eyeball on the floor. Terrified, Anton sprinted to his mother's bedroom to hide. As he lay on the bed and looked up, he saw a chilling message written on the ceiling in glow-in-the-dark radium paint. "I am under the bed." Frantic with fear, he bolted out of the room. As he ran past the window, he accidentally knocked over 2 pumpkin decorations that had been set up for Halloween. That was when the horrific truth hit him. Those weren't pumpkins. They were the severed heads of his own mother and father. Screaming in absolute terror, Anton rushed out of the house. Just then, 2 of his friends arrived. Shaking, Anton dragged them inside to show them the dead bodies of his parents. As they tried to figure out what could have happened, they noticed something clenched in his father's hand, a torn piece of cloth. When they compared it to Anton's clothes, it matched perfectly. Anton looked down and noticed that his own hands were stained with the exact same radium paint used on the ceiling. The dark truth dawned on him. He was the one who had murdered his parents. Horrified, one of his friends ran to call the police, but Anton's body moved on its own. He cut the telephone wire. Suddenly, without his control, Anton grabbed a glass bottle from the fridge, smashed it, and brutally stabbed his friend in the head. Anton was completely bewildered and helpless. His own hands were acting on their own, refusing to obey his mind. Seeing the horror unfold, his second friend tried to escape into the basement, but Anton's rogue hands caught up to him and slaughtered him too. Desperate to cover up the madness, Anton took the bodies of his 2 friends to bury them. He heard muffled sounds coming from beneath the soil. To his absolute horror, the 2 buried friends rose from the dead. Even the friend without a head stood up, grabbed a metal rod, and struck Anton over the head, knocking him out cold. The next morning, Anton woke up with his heart pounding. Feeling a wave of relief, he convinced himself that the entire horrific sequence of events was just a terrible nightmare. But as he walked out of his room, he froze. Standing inside his house, alive and waiting for him, were his 2 friends.